I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Friday, January 23rd. Today, a dark day for public trust. A disgraced former police officer learns his fate in court. Also today, recruitment's on the rise.
I am really passionate about being able to provide care to the people who need it most.
Why doctors from the United States are choosing to work in Manitoba. Plus, works of art to keep you warm.
Built from vision, our hands and heart, the warming hut becomes lively art.
We take you down to the river trail's warming huts. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. A disgraced former Winnipeg police officer has been sentenced to 7 years in prison. Elston Bostock pleaded guilty to several charges, including breach of trust, drug trafficking, attempting to obstruct justice, and offering indignity to human remains. CTV's Danton Unger listened to the judge's ruling today in court and joins us now. So, Danton, how did the judge land on this decision?
Well, Marilee, Court of King's Bench Justice Kenneth Champagne told lawyers he was initially considering a much harsher sentence of 13 and a half years behind bars. And when he said this, Bostock swore and put his head in his hands. Now, that's because his lawyers had been pushing for just 2 years. However, Justice Champagne said he felt this was too low, and that prompted the defense to meet the Crown's recommended 7-year sentence, which Champagne then accepted. While delivering his decision, Champagne called it, quote, a dark day for public confidence in the administration of justice. Champagne says over the course of 8 years, Bostock was involved in serious, sustained, and intentional criminal activity. This included selling drugs to friends and colleagues, fixing parking tickets, accepting bribes, and bribing other officers, and taking and sharing a photo of a partially naked dead woman for his own sexual gratification, which Champagne said defies words, adding Bostock lost all sense of humanity. Bostock was arrested in November 2024 following a lengthy investigation which included integrity tests. Now, Justice Champagne did note Bostock's guilty plea and subsequent apology were mitigating factors in this sentencing, but he said the aggravating factors far outweigh it. Bostock's breach of trust, the length of time he committed these crimes, his grooming of junior officers, which he said planted seeds of corruption, and Bostock's high degree of moral culpability.
Danton, do we know how long Bostock will actually be behind bars for?
Well, this 7-year sentence includes 257 days of credit for time served. Bostock also has been handed a mandatory DNA order and a 10-year weapons prohibition. Now, Marilee, coming up at 6, I'll have more details from court as Justice Champagne questioned just how far this corruption went into the Winnipeg police force and what Winnipeg's chief of police is saying in response.
Looking forward to that. Thanks, Danton. Recruitments are on the rise here in Manitoba. The province says 13 U.S.-trained physicians are now working in our province.
To paraphrase what it says at the Statue of Liberty, give us your poor, give us your weary, give us your Americans yearning to be free. At this time in the world, everyone sees what's going on in the United States, and we're very proud here in Manitoba to accept people as they are.
Health Minister Usoma Asagara says the 13 physicians are in addition to 285 doctors the NDP says it's added since taking office. Asagara added there are dozens of other doctors in the recruitment process. One of the new hires moved to Winnipeg from the States last summer from Michigan and is already working at Clinic Community Health on Sherbrooke Street.
I moved in large part because I saw the increasing government interference in care. And I do community health, so I focus on underserved populations, and that includes LGBTQ+ populations. So I saw sort of the writing on the wall that that was going to become more and more difficult to provide quality care to those patients. And I am really passionate about being able to provide care to the people who need it most. And I'll apologize.
Dr. Jesse Krikorian says his decision to work in Canada is based on a healthcare system prioritizing need rather than what someone can afford. The province says it's continuing its international recruitment efforts through licensing, immigration, and community placement. The University of Manitoba is taking a major step forward in the fields of vaccine development and biomanufacturing. It's announced the creation of 2 new research facilities. The first at the Fort Garry campus is the Prairie Biologics Accelerator. It's billed as a 5-story, 21,000 square foot biosecure facility aimed at speeding up the development of vaccines and therapeutics. The other is the One Health Emerging Respiratory Disease Center at its Bannatyne campus. It will host a secure laboratory with specialized testing facilities for studying the effects of viruses on animals.
You know, there's an old saying, right? If you build it, they will come. It's absolutely true, because people are enticed by modern facilities and by state-of-the-art facilities. So that's number one. But more important than that, this will allow us to invest in the next generation of scientists and turn kids on to science and build the workforce of the future.
VP of Research and International Mario Pinto expects the Fort Garry facility to be up and running within 2 years, while the smaller facility at the Bannatyne campus should be ready within a year. A downtown eatery says limited access to the city's Skywalk system is hurting business.
You know, we've been here for 15 years, so it's something that our guests have come to expect. It's part of, you know, the draw to come to Rudy's, not only to have a great meal and excellent service, but to also have that opportunity to not traverse in minus 40, even if it's a couple blocks. It's really cold out there.
Rudy's Eat and Drink has called the Manitoba Hydro building home for more than a decade, but General Manager Mackenzie Robb says Hydro started locking a security gate between Rudy's entrance and the Hydro Gallery at 6 o'clock each night. It means restaurant customers can no longer use the Skywalk to get to the arena or other downtown buildings. And Robb says no one from Hydro has explained why.
I've done everything that I can on my end to ask for extensions, even just on event days, just a little bit of wiggle room to work with, and it's not being met with any positive reception.
A Hydro spokesperson tells CTV News hours of public access to Manitoba Hydro Place were shortened following incidents of, quote, potentially dangerous or threatening behavior in the area. They say the change was made to ensure the safety of employees and the public. The spokesperson says they're working with police to enhance safety, and Hydro will share the changes with its tenants. Design teams are putting the finishing touches on their warming huts before the public art installations are transported to the river trail.
Built from vision, our hands and heart, the warming hut becomes lively art.
Students from Bison Run School created a poem to go along with their warming hut, Warm Up with a Great Book. It's one of 7 new warming huts at the Forks. This year's competition included 200 submissions, which were narrowed down to winners from France, the U.S., Belgium, and China. They're joined by invited artists from Germany, Bison Run School, and architecture students at the University of Manitoba.
The university students have provided us with a bridge, a threshold between one space and another, a place in which we can contemplate every time we cross it as we're moving between territories.
Also new this year is a heartwarming hut from Travel Manitoba created by Up House. The huts will remain open for the duration of the River Trail season. Well, you're going to need maybe more than a warming hut tonight, Colleen Brady. It's dangerously cold out there once again.
Yes, and this is not going to let up anytime soon, at least through the weekend anyway. I mean, soon would be immediate, I think, for most people's comfort if we could get rid of this right now. But we're not. We have this orange warning for cold that continues for most of Manitoba tonight, east well into northwestern Ontario. We're talking wind chill values once again anywhere from minus 40 and beyond, even pushing minus 50 in places. Overnight lows, the actual air temperature, well, they're about to get even colder than they've already been. When we will get some relief, you ask? Well, I will show you coming up a little later. The CTV Live Eye is brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution. In Winnipeg right now, it's minus 27. It's clear out there. It feels like minus 37 thanks to those west-northwest winds at 13 kilometers an hour. The pressure is dropping and the humidity is 63%. And it's Friday. Folks making their way home on either side of the St. James Bridge. Traffic moving well there, but keep your eyes peeled for stalls in these conditions. I don't have any specific ones to let you know about right now, but there's bound to be some out there.
Nations still turning to some of their favorite coping strategies has been really, really special and humbling.
Coming up, mental health takes center stage. How True North is connecting with youth in the community.
Retail sales came in over $70 billion in November, with Canadians spending more for food and drinks. The end of a labor disruption in BC helped push sales of beer, wine, and liquor up over 14% month over month. Canadians also spent more on health and personal care products. Retail sales were up across 7 provinces, with Alberta leading in dollar amount of sales. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar up to 73.01. West Texas Intermediate up $1.71 to 61.07. Western Canadian Select is down $1.55 to 43.88. And the TSX gained 142 points for a new record close. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
A planned sports and rec facility near Portage la Prairie is getting a big financial bump from the province. The Manitoba government is chipping in $5 million for the multi-sport indoor field house. It's being built in Southport, just south of Portage la Prairie. Plans include an indoor turf system and modular flooring, allowing for year-round access to a wide range of sports. The city and RM of Portage la Prairie are partnering with Southport Aerospace Centre on the rec facility. A timeline for the project hasn't yet been announced. The Winnipeg Jets took some time off the ice today to focus on mental health. Project 11 hosted its 9th annual Youth Summit at Burton Cummings Theatre. A panel of Jets players joined nearly 900 kindergarten to grade 5 students for a day of motivational stories, music, movement, and more. Project 11 started 12 years ago with 86 teachers and has grown to 5,000.
Today here we had adult Project 11 students who once upon a time were earlier students starting our program, and so to see them here today and still, you know, having the conversation, still turning to some of their favorite coping strategies has been really, really special and humbling.
The Project 11 Summit is an extension of the classroom curriculum. The program was created in honor of number 11, Rick Rippon, a former player who experienced difficult mental health challenges and spoke about his desire to see accessible support and education for children. Winnipeg Blue Bombers faithful got a chance to hear from a fan favorite today.
I wanted to be in Winnipeg. I didn't want to leave Winnipeg. You know, Winnipeg is where I've, been for the last few years. We've done a lot of great things in Winnipeg.
Yesterday, defensive end Willie Jefferson agreed to a 1-year contract extension. The 6-time CFL All-Star was slated to become a free agent in February. His 2026 season will be his 7th with the Blue and Gold. Jefferson says he's optimistic the Bombers are still a Grey Cup contender.
We have the guys to make it happen, right? You can see that from the roster. We got a great Canadian receiver in Nick Dembski. We got a great running back in Brady Oliveira. We got a great quarterback with Zach. We can build around that.
Last year, Jefferson racked up 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and a league-best 16 pass knockdowns. The veteran defensive end will suit up for his 12th CFL season. An evolution of rhythm comes to the city this weekend. The details next in Spotlight.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting the Roadhammers with Doc Walker.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and we're getting another sneak peek today at the Winnipeg New Music Festival.
That's right, and the festival continues this weekend with an evolution of rhythm. Percussionist Lisa Pegger is featured in tonight's show, Sunrise. She returns to the stage Saturday for AI Rhythm Evolution. The program explores the relationship between music, creativity, technology, and includes a collaboration with New York-based composer collective Iceberg New Music.
I take the entire audience through this journey of what it's like from acoustic roots of percussion all the way into today, where I kind of almost become one with the composing music with the computer in real time.
Pegger will be joined by someone doing a live soundscape and a visual artist during the performance. AI Rhythm Evolution takes place at Studio Lab XR on Saturday at 7 p.m. WNMF runs now through January 29th.
Well, last Friday we told you how Harry Styles has some new music on the way.
And this Friday we're learning Styles is getting back on the road. The English musician announced a 50-day global tour made up of international residencies. Styles will hit Amsterdam, London, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, New York, Melbourne, and Sydney from May through December. However, no Canadian dates were mentioned. The news arrives a week after Styles revealed his fourth studio album will arrive March 6th.
Hollywood and the fashion industry bid farewell to Valentino today.
They joined the famed fashion designer's family and friends at a funeral ceremony in Rome. Actress Anne Hathaway, influential publisher Anna Wintour, and designer Donatella Versace were among the celebrities to pay their respects. Valentino died on Monday at the age of 93. He rose to the heights of fashion, innovating luxury style and a new color he brought to the world known as Valentino Red.
It's a good one.
It is.
The nominations are out for the Film Awards. Nobody really wants to win.
Not really. We're talking, of course, about the 2026 Razzie Awards, and 2 remakes top the list of nominees. War of the Worlds, based off the classic novel by H.G. Wells, is tied for the most nominations at 6. That includes Worst Actor for lead actor Ice Cube. Also with 6 nods is Disney's Snow White, including Worst Supporting Actor for, quote, all 7 artificial dwarfs. Hurry Up Tomorrow, starring The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega, is not far behind with 5 nominations. The 46th Razzie Award winners, quote unquote, will be announced March 14th.
Well, you can be the best at being the worst.
I suppose so.
Something.
It is something.
All right, thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Get ready for your Friday primetime lineup. Coming up at 7, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. At 8, Happy's Place, followed by Stumble. And Boston Blue starts at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV. A live look at Kenaston Boulevard and Abenoji-Mikana there in the distance. Very busy, a sea of headlights in both directions. Cold out there too, clear, minus 28 degrees. I'll show you not just how much colder it's going to get tonight, but how much colder it's going to get this weekend before some much needed relief on the way next week.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, Manitoba and northwestern Ontario now well behind an Arctic front. So we're sitting in that bitterly cold Arctic air mass that's just locked onto our region. It's not going to let up until we're through with the weekend. So be prepared, folks. It's going to get even colder out there. Just the odd cloud picking up here and there. It's very cold. Brandon, only at minus 29 right now. Brandon is forecast to drop to minus 37 degrees tonight. That's the air temperature. That's not even factoring what it will feel like with the wind chill, as if it could even feel colder. But there you go. Here in Winnipeg, highest temperature for us today was minus 27. We're at minus 28 right now. Next door in northwestern Ontario, similar conditions, temperatures in the upper minus 20s right now, but you drop to minus 33 there tonight. And in the north, there's some drifting snow. Thompson also forecast to drop to around minus 37 degrees tonight. So no surprise, the orange warning for cold continues across most of Manitoba and northwestern Ontario. Here in the south, once again, wind chill value is expected to be minimally as cold feeling as minus 40, but into the minus 40s. In Winnipeg here, we will feel wind chills in the minus 43, minus 44 range, if not colder overnight tonight. Similar for northwestern Ontario. Up in the north, wind chill values could feel even colder again, if that's even possible, anywhere from minus 45 to minus 50 and beyond. Now here's a look at what it feels like right now. It really doesn't matter where you are in Manitoba. Very similar wind chill values. Look at Brandon, for instance. It feels like minus 39 there. Up in Lynn Lake, it feels like -40. Here in Winnipeg, it feels like -36. Not much to show you on the futurecast. A surface ridge of high pressure over the prairies is keeping the sky clear. So we had the sunshine today. We'll have the clear skies tonight, but with those clear conditions and light winds, that will allow temperatures to plummet, particularly, as I mentioned, around Brandon, -37 there. Not quite as cold in Winnipeg just yet, but just wait till we get to Saturday night. First Saturday morning, sunshine across much of Manitoba. A little bit of light snow starts to push in, though, up in the northeast. By the time we get to Saturday night, overnight, not much to it. Swings on out by Sunday. But meanwhile, overnight, we could see temperatures drop into the upper -30s here in Winnipeg. We have a forecast overnight low Saturday night of -36. Another cold day on Saturday, -26, but the temperature stays put there Sunday night, and then at least some relief. Some, I want to emphasize, comes on Monday. Tonight, though, no relief. Down to -32, frostbite in minutes in these conditions. A mix of sun and clouds Saturday, -26 degrees. Down to -36 Saturday night, up to -24 on Sunday in the sunshine. Then the temperature is -24 to -26. Then we get to -14 on Monday. Doesn't that look good? Temperatures cool off a bit behind that, but not quite as cold as we're experiencing right now. Our first weather photo takes us up into northwestern Manitoba near Puckatawagan. That photo is from Clifford. Take a good look at that, because Clifford also pointed out that you saw those. Well, it's too bad we don't have that still up. I would have shown you. He pointed out that's where the wildfires are, one area that was affected last year. This photo is from Robbie, of course, here at the Forks in Winnipeg. Send us your pics to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
The Calgary Zoo hosted quite the walk this week. Actually, it was more of a march.
Not a lot of facilities do these kinds of penguin walks, for sure. This is very unique. This is a world famous event. We get interest all over the world whenever we're doing the penguin walk.
13 king penguins strutted their stuff Wednesday, much to the delight of zoo visitors. Penguins spend a lot of time walking in their natural environment, so a 10-minute waddle around the park is great exercise for the birds. The annual tradition started a little late this year due to the extreme cold, but weather permitting, those penguins will be marching daily until the middle of March. I could watch them all day.
They're very dapper looking.
So cute. And with my jacket and all my layers, that's how I look walking in this weather too. We'll be back at 6 with more news. Hope to see you then.